How do I actually load the cheese and or the chocolate? You haven't found out how to load the cheese or the chocolate. It's just a paperweight for you, man. Hey guys, Michael here with our Rain line of products. Today we've got our Grater Rain. We got a couple questions from some customers online that we're gonna field today, see if we can get these cleared up for you guys. Okay, looks like Sharon P. in Denver has a question here. She's having difficulty finding where the additional grating blades go. So the additional blades are in the cap. So right underneath, we go ahead and we take the cap off. The first blade's gonna be in there. So that's number one. Underneath the cap, there's a little thing that we screw off here, this lid, it comes off, and right inside, we have our two additional grating discs. Now to put these back in for storage, we go ahead and line up these little indentations on the blades, place it back in, go ahead and screw it back together and pop it back on the bottom, and it is ready to go. Okay, so it looks like next question here is from Darren P. in Michigan. Where in the world do you hide the dang USB cable? Darren, the USB cable is stored in the base. The base's intention is to hold the upper housing while the lower housing is in the refrigerator, keeping the cheese cold and fresh. Now, in the bottom of our base is where we have stored your USB cable. Nice and cozy in there. It winds up in there, and put it back, just screws back on, but it'll always be here when you need it. It's not hidden, it's just stored really, really well. Our next question, Susie Q in Indiana is asking, how do I actually change the cutting discs? So changing the cutting discs is pretty straightforward. It's the blades out. First, we're just gonna go ahead, separate the battery from the base, take the piston out, and set it aside. We're gonna take off our bottom. We're gonna go ahead and switch out our coarse grating disc for the fine grating disc. We're gonna eat some pizza here. Unscrew the collar on the base, drop out the coarse disc, set it aside. Now we're gonna put our fine disc in. Make sure the sharp side is in, and you'll see there are indentations, a little track around here. We're gonna line up the indentations on the blade with that so it lays flat. If it's not flat, completely set, then you'll have difficulty screwing this collar back on. It should just go on nice and seamless. Then, put our piston back in, make sure it snaps all the way closed, put our battery back on, and we are back in action. Our next question is from Raymond C. in Arizona. Raymond wants to know, how do we know when the Grater Rain needs to be recharged? So we made that pretty straightforward and easy. It's all based on this indicator light at the top next to our button. When you push the button, the light turns green in normal operation. If that green light turns red, she needs a charge. You should be okay for 4 weeks, 1 month or so, depending on how often you use it. From Dustin R. in Texas, why would I need or want a second lower housing? That's a good question. The reason we offer multiple lower housings is we can have our cheese in this one stored in the refrigerator ready to grate, and we can have our chocolate in this one ready to grate, or our other kind of cheese in here ready to grate. So it's from your fridge to the table, 10 seconds, no delay, nice and easy, and you don't have to clean them in between. So it makes it really nice, really easy. Definitely buy yourself a second, third, maybe even a fourth housing, depending on how many kinds of cheeses we like to use. So moving on, next question is from Denora L in Lake Tahoe. How do I actually load the cheese and or the chocolate? You haven't found out how to load the cheese or the chocolate. It's just a paperweight for you, man. This is gonna be real straightforward. We're just gonna take off our battery from the lower housing. We're gonna unscrew the top of the lower housing and pop it out, our piston. Set the piston down. Now, we just take our cheese or our chocolate and drop it in. After we drop in our cheese, we grab our piston, drop our piston down. Use the palm of your hand, makes it easiest. Push down on the spring, turn clockwise, and then you want to use your fingers and lock it. You'll hear a click when it's been locked. So down with your palm, turn, and click, locked in. Then we grab the top, line it up, click it back together. When putting it back together, it's important that the open circle lines up with the arrow, and then you turn it to the closed circle for closed. Open, closed. We're just gonna remove the cap, and we're ready. From Donald R. in California. Donald just wants to know, how do I clean it? What's the best way to clean my Grater Rain? And the best way to do it is put it in the dishwasher. No need to hand clean any of this stuff, with the exception of the top, the battery. This, do not get wet. Just wipe this with a clean, soft towel. This won't get very dirty. Nothing's really coming in contact with this guy other than your hand. The bottom piece is the business end. So we want a full disassembly on this guy before we put it into the dishwasher. Our piston, independently into the dishwasher. Our cap just comes apart with our blades. Put these on the top shelf with your silverware. Put this in there, and you're just gonna take the bottom off, take the extra blade out, put them in there. Everything goes in and comes out clean, ready to use again. All right, that's all of our questions. You know, just some general do's and don'ts of Grater Rain to ensure longevity and, you know, your sanity is it's been designed to use hard, cold cheeses and chocolates. It's best used fresh out of the refrigerator, from the fridge to your table in 10 seconds, and it works on friction. That's why the hard cheeses and chocolates are best, and that's how it was been meant to use. If you use something soft like a mozzarella or a jack, even if it's cold out of the refrigerator, it doesn't get enough friction, and it really just turns it into a mess. It doesn't operate well. So yeah, directly out of the fridge, Parmesan, Romano, chocolate, out of the fridge, to your table, 10 seconds, you're ready to grate, you're ready to eat, everybody's happy, and it'll be ready to use another day. That's all of the questions we have. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that helps out a lot. If you guys have any other questions for us, please reach out directly. You can email cs@graterrain.com or give us a call. And enjoy. Thanks again for watching. We'll catch you next time.